In this video, I'm going to be showing you the locations of all unique accessories in Dawnshore and how to get them. This includes all rings, amulets, and trinkets in the accessory section of your inventory in Avowed. These unique accessories all come with special abilities and bonuses, so I definitely recommend picking up as many as you can, so you can figure out which are going to be the best ones for you to equip to enhance your playstyle. We're first going to look at the accessories that you can pick up at any point in the game, meaning there are no requirements in order to collect them, so you can find these by simply walking around the map, opening up chests, or looting in certain locations. And then afterwards, we're going to look at the ones that are only accessible after doing certain side quests, or after completing some of Dawnshore's main quests. But alright, let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. Alright, so one of the first unique rings that you can find right away is called Ondra's Grace. You can find it behind this waterfall, east of the Old Pargrun Wall. It'll be right in this area where the waterfall and the river meet. You can then use the rocks, broken down bridge, and different platforms to make your way up to the higher level of the waterfall, then go behind it, and find Ondra's Grace right back here. Once you collect it, you'll see that its ability is to slowly regenerate health while wet. Next, we have the Ring of Slow Essence. This unique ring can be found in a secret room just south of the location where we picked up Ondra's Grace. If you stay up on the same level that we picked up the previous ring, and turn around, you can walk over to this area, turn left, and look for this statue. Now just walk up to the statue and interact with the lantern in its hand to activate this switch and open up this secret room. Inside, you'll be able to loot the Ring of Slow Essence, and its ability is to slowly regenerate essence. So this is a great ring to have early in the game, or really at any point, because you can use it to passively regenerate your essence over time. The next unique accessory is the Bitter Bonding unique ring. You can find this one on the ground in the northern part of Shantytown, just behind where this Paradise citizen is looking for it. You'll see them searching on the ground near this large grate, and if you turn around and take a few steps back, you can see this ring sitting in the dirt. Now because he's looking for it, you can give it back to him, but personally I don't think the reward is worth it, and you're better off keeping this ring for yourself. Especially because of its bonus, which allows 1% of your attack damage to be restored as health. So especially early in the game, this is a really great ring to have. Next we have the Arcanist's ring. This unique ring can be found in the southern part of Castle's Folly, after speaking with or fighting Captain Trevick and his crew. Once you've dealt with them, whether you fought them or agreed to help them, go straight behind them right over here and you'll find the ring. When you take a look at the Arcanist's ring, you'll see that it gives you +1 intellect. Next we have the Wayfarer's ring. This one can be found east of the Shrine to Wotica and south of Runyad's house, which of course is the Watcher's house in the northeast corner of the map. If you're heading up toward the Watcher's house, on the pathway leading toward it, you'll see 2 bears guarding a certain area on your left, and if you want you can fight them right there because the ring will be behind them in a small opening in the wall. However, I find it much easier to go around toward the Watcher's house, find this little vantage point that you can shoot down at the bears from. This way they're not going to be able to do any serious damage to you, and then after you're done picking them off, you can jump down and find the opening in the wall where the ring can be collected off of this body laying in a puddle. The Wayfarer's ring has an ability that gives you +20% health and essence regeneration from potions and food. After that, we have the Rathun Figurine. This unique trinket can be purchased from a merchant in Shantytown. As you can see, there are 2 merchants in this location, and you're going to want to look for the northernmost merchant, so this one right up here. If you were to buy this trinket, you'll be getting +10% fire damage as a bonus when equipped. And the last of the unique accessories that we can get without having to do any other side quests or main quests is the Steel Garrote Medallion. This unique amulet can be found inside of the Ruinous Cavern before encountering the spider bounty target. You can use this cavern entrance just northeast of Ivana's Threshold. Once inside, make sure to search around this area before heading down into the boss fight arena. If you follow me back here, you'll find the Steel Garrote Medallion that you can loot off of this soldier's body. Once collected, you can see that it gives you +1 resolve as a bonus. Alright, next we're going to talk about these unique accessories that you can only find during or after completing side quests. The first one up is the Vindictive Band. This side quest can be found immediately once getting off the boat at Claviger's Landing. Once you get off the docks, you'll see the merchants over to the left, and if you instead go to the right and speak to this woman right here, she'll ask you to investigate her cabin, and if you choose the right dialogue options at the end of the quest, you'll be rewarded with the Vindictive Band. Just make sure to tell her that she should try living with the Zarup, and to give that relationship a chance. Once collected, you'll see this ring has an ability that causes critical hits to deal poison damage. Next up is the Enchanted Suolenet. You can acquire this unique amulet as a reward for doing the Lost Souls side quest. In order to complete this side quest, you have to speak with the citizen of Shantytown and collect his lost Suolenets up on some of the higher peaks of the town. Once you collect all of them and you bring them back to him, he'll reward you with the Enchanted Suolenet. This amulet gives you +20% currency when looting coins, so it's really good to have early in the game so you can build up some wealth even faster. Then we have the Fantastic Alembic. This unique trinket can be rewarded to you for doing the Precious Light side quest. In order to do this side quest, you have to go to Castle's Folly and speak with Captain Trevick and his crew. You have to agree to help them out with their problem, and then to ensure that you get this trinket, make sure to bring the crate of Ondra to the person in Paradise, and not to the captain. Once you complete that, he'll reward you with the Fantastic Alembic. Its bonus is that drinking a potion clears all of your accumulations. This is a really important accessory and can be useful throughout the entire game. You don't always need to have it on, but if you see that your accumulations are really high for something like fire or poison, you can quickly equip this trinket, drink your potion to heal yourself and get rid of your accumulations, and then unequip it and go back to whatever you had on. Like I said, this is really useful throughout the entirety of Avowed. Alright, and the last accessory that you can only get from certain side quests is Delver's Caution. This is a unique ring that you get as a reward for doing the Dawn Treader side quest. This is a really long and important quest, so I'm not going to go too deep into it here, but I will link a video to a detailed breakdown of this quest, so if you want to get more in depth, you can check that out. Otherwise, at the completion of this side quest, you'll receive the Delver's Caution unique ring, and this one will have 2 bonuses, of which the first is +2 dexterity, and the second one is +15% parkour speed. Alright, and the last accessories we're going to discuss all require that the main quests in Dawnshore are either active or completed. So for the first one, the Band of Transcendent Suffering, this unique ring can only be found in Paradise, which means you'll have to have completed the first main quest, Message from Afar, in order to access the city. You can find this unique ring in Southern Paradise, right over here in this location, and it'll be inside of the canal in an underwater chest. Once collected, you can check out its 2 bonuses. The first will be +35% melee damage, while the other is -100% damage reduction. This is a really good accessory because it really enhances your melee damage. However, you do have to be careful because your damage reduction is essentially doubled in a negative way. Next, we have the Night-Mistress Favor. This one is a reward for doing the side quest A Lady Never Tells. This side quest can be completed by collecting Juliana's shipment that's inside of the warehouse on the left when you first get to Clavager's Landing. There are many ways to get inside of here. You can either fight the people at the front and get the warehouse key, or you can sneak around back and open it with some lockpicks, but to me the easiest option is to sneak in from above without causing any chaos. Once you collected the shipment, you can head to the bathhouse in Paradise, and once you hand over the shipment to Juliana, and of course making sure you decide not to turn her into the authorities, you'll be rewarded with this unique trinket that slowly regenerates essence while close to a companion. Next, we have the Kithwarder unique amulet. This one is a reward for completing all bounties in Dawnshore, and you must speak with the bounty master in Paradise's market district to collect this amulet. This one is especially good against Kith enemies because its abilities are +10% damage reduction against Kith, however it does have -10% damage reduction against all other sources. The next unique amulet is the White Key Cameo. You can find this one at Clavager Edmund's estate during an untimely end main quest. You'll find it in a chest on the 3rd level of the estate, so in order to acquire this amulet, you'll have to get behind a locked door, and the easiest way to do it is to go outside, and use these wooden platforms to find your way into the 2nd level, and then head up the stairs toward the right. Its ability is to restore 50% of your maximum health when reviving a companion. Alright, so those are all the unique accessories that you can collect in Dawnshore. Technically, there is one more that you can collect in this region, and that's the Ring of Many Stars. However, the only way to collect this is getting it as a reward for completing the Mapping the Living Lands side quest. And of course, in order to finish this quest, you'll have to find and return all of Sansa's maps, which sadly cannot be collected until you've been to every single region. But once you've collected each map in every area of Avowed, you can bring those maps back to Sansa, and he'll reward you with the Ring of Many Stars, which has a unique ability that conjures magical homing projectiles that bounce between targets. Alright guys, so those were all the unique accessories, including rings, trinkets, and amulets, in Dawnshore, the first area of Avowed. Hopefully you guys get a chance to collect a majority of these, if not all of them, because like I said, they can really enhance your gameplay, and there are a lot that have some really incredible bonuses that can be useful to you throughout the entire game. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe, because it really goes a long way to help me build this channel, and more importantly, because I really appreciate it, and I love doing this. But alright guys, that's all I got, so as always, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.